I lost my job, then I lost my money, then I lost my friends, and at my lowest point I sat in my car at 3 a.m. and didn't know if I'd start the engine again. But what unemployment gave me? Nobody talks about. This is that story, not long ago. I had what most people would call a stable life. I had a job, a routine, a paycheck hitting my account every 2 weeks like clockwork. I wasn't rich, but I felt safe. I felt like I had a plan. Wake up, work. Come home or repeat? I thought that was enough. I thought that was the goal. Turns out I was just comfortable. And comfort, for me, had become a cage. Then one day, it was gone. I got the call. Or maybe it was an email. Either way, the message was the same. We're letting you go. 5 words. And just like that, the version of me I had built my whole identity around disappeared. I remember staring at my phone for a long time after that. Not crying. Not angry. Just a blank. The first week wasn't too bad. I told myself it was fine. I'd find something new quickly. By week 2, the rejection emails started coming in. Applied to 30 jobs. Heard back from 3. Interviewed for 1. Got nothing. My savings started shrinking. I started doing the math at night. How many months do I have before this becomes a real emergency? I stopped telling people what was going on. I was embarrassed. I'd built this image of having it together, and now I felt like a fraud. Friends stopped reaching out. Or maybe I stopped responding. Honestly, I'm not sure which came first. The days started blending together. Wake up, scroll, apply, wait, reject, repeat. I was disappearing, and nobody could see it. The lowest moment came when I found myself sitting in my car at 3 a.m. I don't know how I got there. I just remember needing to get out of the house. And I sat there in the dark, engine off, and I thought, what is the point? Not dramatically. Not in a movie way. Just quietly, numbly. Like the question had been sitting in me for weeks, and finally said itself out loud. I want to say this carefully, because I know some of you watching this are sitting in your own version of that car right now. I see you. And I need you to stay with me because what happened next changed everything. I don't know why, but I picked up my phone and opened YouTube. I wasn't looking for anything specific. I just needed to hear a human voice. And I stumbled onto a video. Someone telling their story. Someone who had been exactly where I was. And for the first time in weeks, I didn't feel alone. Something shifted that night. Small but real. I thought, if this person's story helped me at 3 a.m. in a parking lot, maybe my story could do the same for someone else. I had no camera. No following. No idea what I was doing. But I had something nobody could take from me, my truth. So I decided to start. Let me be honest with you, it wasn't some magical overnight transformation. I filmed my first video on my phone, propped against a stack of books. I looked terrible. The audio was worse. I almost deleted it 3 times. But I posted it. The first video got 11 views. 4 of them were me. The second got 23. The third got 9, somehow less than the second. I kept going. I learned editing on free software at midnight. I watched tutorials instead of Netflix. I studied thumbnails like they were homework. Some days I wanted to quit. Some days I did quit and came back the next morning. But here's what was happening underneath all of thoughty was becoming someone new. I was building something that was mine. No boss could call and take it away. Then one day a comment came in. A stranger wrote, I found this video at the worst moment of my life. Thank you. I sat with that for a long time. That one comment meant more to me than any paycheck I had ever received. I am not the same person who got that phone call, I don't say that to brag. I say it because I need you to understand the version of me that existed inside that job was. Smaller than I knew. Unemployment didn't just take something from me. It stripped away everything that was hiding who I actually was. I found creativity I didn't know I had. I found a voice. A purpose. A community. I found that the thing I was most afraid of starting over was actually the thing I needed most. So here's what I want to leave you with, and please hear this, especially if you're in the middle of it right now. Losing your job is not losing your life. It feels that way. I know it feels that way. But it is not the same thing. Unemployment has a way of forcing you to ask questions you've been avoiding. What do I actually want? Who am I without a title? What would I do if I wasn't afraid? Those are not comfortable questions. But they are the most important ones you'll ever answer. The gift of unemployment, and I genuinely call it a gift now, is that it creates a gap. And in that gap, if you're brave enough, you can build something real. Something yours. YouTube gave me a platform. But the job loss gave me the story. And the story is what connects us. If you race sitting in your own dark night right now, I want you to know the glimmer is coming. You just have to stay long enough to see it. If this video meant something to you, please share it with someone who needs it. You might not know who that person is, but they'll know when they see it. Subscribe if you want more honest conversations like this one. Drop a comment below, even just one. Word about where you are right now? I read every single one. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're just between chapters. I'll see you in the next one.